Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, The Collector, and for today's video I'm gonna review the Marvel Legends 20th anniversary Hulk. This is still the part of the 20th anniversary line made by Hasbro. Basically this is just their take on the old Marvel Legends era made by Toy Biz. That's why the packaging is very identical with the past iteration of these action figures. Now let's take a closer look at the packaging. As you can see, the design for the box is very identical. As you can also, there's the description with a lot of translations. There's the 20th anniversary logo, and at the back there's the description for the Incredible Hulk. You can pause it if you want to further read it. And if you notice this part, back in the Toy Biz era, that's actually a diorama, but for this one they just decided to print it on a cardboard. So without further ado, let's proceed. Here is Hulk out of the packaging. I got to say, this figure is a very large figure for the Marvel Legends scale. As you've seen a while ago, the packaging looks too small for him because he's too big and he's too bulky, and I think he's heavier for a Marvel Legends action figure. So without further ado, let's proceed. Moving on, first let's take a closer look at the face sculpt of Hulk. As you can see, it's very detailed, especially the paint ups on his eyes. You can see the redness at his eyes. It seems like he just transformed from being Bruce Banner. And also, I would like to point out that they forgot to paint the tongue of Hulk. As you can see, they just painted it with green. I don't know if the Hulk has a red tongue, but I think they just missed that part. And also, if you take a closer look at the scalp of his hair, sculpting on his hair, as you can see, there's a green highlights on his hair. I'm glad that they put that amazing details on that one. Moving on with this body, as you can see, I'm glad that they painted it with different shades of green. As you can see, the lightest part are located in this large portion of the muscle, and if you notice the in-between of the muscle, they painted it with the darker green just to pop up the details. As you can see, even at the back, this part are painted with darker green. And moving on with his ripped jeans, as you can see, I'm glad that they painted it with white for the torn part on his jeans. And they even made an actual sculpt for the hole on his jeans, and even they painted it with white. As you can see, there's a lot of good details on this action figure. And the toes, I think they forget to paint his toes, but that's not a huge problem for me. Now let's take a closer look at the alternate head for the Hulk. The same as the other alternate head, they painted it really well. You can see the redness on his eyes, and you can see the rage on his face. And the same thing they did is that they painted his hair with a green highlight. That's really cool. If you wanted me to choose which head will I be putting on display, well, I think I'll be choosing this one because of the anger on his face, which is very hulky. Moving on with the accessories, Hulk came with the pair of alternate head, as I've shown a while ago, the screaming angry face, and the, I don't know what to call this one, the mad face or the angry face. He also came with this, I don't know, I'm not sure if this is a shield mandroid head, but it's just a plain head, and I don't know, there's a peg on the bottom of this figure, I mean accessory. I don't know where you should put this item, or maybe this is just a reuse for the mandroid action figure. I'm not really sure. Hulk also came with a pair of hands, which is a pair of open hands, the default hand that was attached on the figure, and a pair of closed fist a pair of closed fist hands used for punching things and smashing things. He also came with this pretty cool base. As you can see, they really painted it really well, the details even on the lower part or at the bottom part, and also they added this stomping effect. This part, it's made of soft plastic. I don't know if you can remove it, but I think you can. I just don't want to destroy my action figure. He also came with this stand with the Marvel Legends logo, and he came with this cardboard printed with the Incredible Hulk comic book cover, and at the back there's the destroyed wall. So if you want to use this as a background, you just put it in that stand, and then you can put the Hulk in there. But I think it's a bit funny because Hulk is more taller than this cardboard background. Moving on with the articulation, his head can rotate 360 degrees. He cannot look up that far, and he can't also look down very far. His arms could only reach up to that point. It can rotate 360 degrees, and he surprisingly have a very nice butterfly joint that could reach up to that point. He has a bicep swivel, a single jointed elbow, His hands can rotate 360 degrees, that can move up and can move down. He has a upper torso articulation. You can rotate it 360 degrees, but he can look a little bit up and a little bit down, that far. He has a hip articulation that can rotate 360 degrees. He can do the split. He has a thigh swivel, a double jointed knees, and an ankle pivot that can also reach to that far and reach down that far. Hulk is standing around 8.5 inches tall. Here is Hulk side by side with the Marvel Legends Joe Fixit Hulk. Here is Hulk side by side with the Mesco 112 Collective Spider-Man 2099. And finally, here is Hulk side by side with the Marvel Select Hulk from the movie Avengers Endgame. To conclude my video, I think this is a really solid Hulk action figure. I'm really glad that I waited for this one. Honestly speaking, there are a lot of release of the Incredible Hulk on Hasbro, but I'm glad I really waited for this one. I really like the retro look, and even his hairstyle is a retroish hairstyle for Bruce Banner. So if you're collecting the comic book line for Marvel Legends, I think this is a must-have action figure to collect your Avengers comic book counterpart. And also, I think this whole line of 20th anniversary from Hasbro, so far it's all a good action figure. I'm just waiting for Toad and Iron Man. As I've said on my past videos, I'm buying these figures from the US. That's why it really took some time before I have these action figures on my hand. Of course, if you're a Hulk collector, I bet you won't be missing this one. I didn't find any issues with this action figure, and I'm really glad about what Hasbro has been doing from this past few release. They are really improving on the paint apps department. I hope they keep it up. Well, in short, for me this figure is a perfect Hulk action figure. Thank you all guys for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. I beg you, please subscribe to my channel, and I hope I can do more good content for you guys. That's all. Take care and have a good day.